and I'm happy and glad that you are here with me today, and grateful as well. As you can see from the title, today we are going to speak about something that is a bit more serious and not so good. And because of that, I'm going to put a warning already out here that I may offend some people. It's not because I am trying to be mean or harsh. It's just that I don't know how to explain it better with better words. So it may come as an offense, but I am really not trying to offend anyone. I just want to help everyone. So you may have read already, but we are going to talk about how to spot a scammer account or a fake tarot reader as well. There is going to be a small part where I talk about how to identify a fake tarot reader. So why am I doing this video? Because there are a lot of big readers on social medias, here on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, that there are people that are impersonating them and trying to get money from their followers, but not doing anything. Like they write to you, hey, I think my guides told me that you are struggling. If you want a reading, I can give you a reading only for here amount of money. And then there are people that don't realize that this is a fake account, and they transfer this money and they don't get anything at all back, or they get a reading back that is so general that it can apply to anyone that is listening. And I will be talking about the things that make you realize what is a scammer, a scammer account and a fake reader. So first of all, the greetings. The scammer out there, they always use the same greetings that the normal person would never use, like my guides or your guides made themselves present to me, and I feel like you need a reading, or great rising. There are people that really use great rising as a greeting, but not everyone. So you know your favorite tarot readers well. You know how they greet you in a video, or how they write in the messages that you see on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube even. So you should pay attention. Do they greet really like this, or do they come like great rising, my beloved soul, whatever it, sorry to all that use really these greetings. For me personally, it is the beloved soul, and great rising just sounds cringe. It's maybe just my Aries Sun that is just like but yeah, so pay attention to the greetings. Then a second thing that you should pay attention to, my guides, your guides, blah blah blah, and whatever is writing there. I'm really sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not, as a reader myself, I don't listen to your guides because they are not my guides. My guides are my guides. They have nothing to do with you. So I'm really sorry to say this, but this message just doesn't make sense, because my guides are occupied with myself. So when they have a message, it's concerning my life and myself. Your guides will not have the opportunity to just barge into my energy and say, yo, my human has a problem, can you help them? It doesn't work like this, because they invaded a space that they were not welcomed at all, so they will not even be able to come to me, because I am really strict on who and what can come into my energy and give myself messages. But that is something really rare, that sometimes our guides can be the same, because we are going through the same thing. So the guide that specializes in this thing may be working with you and with myself, but they will never tell me that that you are going through a hard time and need a reading. They can't take this action upon themselves. It's something that you have to give them the okay to do this. So most of the time our guides act like, yes, they will do things in the background, but if you really want help, you need to give them the okay so that they can start taking action on their side, because they work on this rule that you have a free will, so you can decide if you want their help or not. And if you decide to not take their help, they will also not help you in a big way. They will help you in a small way, sprinkle it down the things, but they will not make themselves present. So this thing about my guides and your guides came to me, blah blah, is something that they use so that they, I'm sorry for this, maybe you fell into the trap of this, but I'm sorry to say this, but this just is something they use to pick out the desperate people, the really desperate that start already panicking when they see my guides told me or your guides told me. And because the people that have not the knowledge about those things, they fall into a desperation, into a panic, and fall into their schemes. So I'm here to teach you that my guides have nothing to do with you, your guides have nothing to do with me. If we are from the same soul family, so maybe we have the same guides and they are working for both of us in the background, but they will not ever tell a tarot reader that they should read for this person there because they have a problem. This is not how it works, because you have to come to me. You have to have your own free will to say, hey, I need help. I better go to this reader and ask them for help, because then you are giving the okay for your guides to communicate with the guides of the reader so that the messages can come through. But if you didn't give the okay, your guides will never go and to readers and say, hey, can you help my human? They are struggling. That's not how it works. So then also there are some scammers that when they are reading, now I'm talking about the tarot scammers that are reading and they say, I'm seeing that you have a curse on you. For this amount of money, I can free you from your curse. And basically you don't even have a curse at all, because they are again looking for easy prey who will go to a panic and to be desperate and think, oh fuck, I'm sorry for the things, but oh fuck, I have a curse, I need to take this away. But let me calm you down. You most of the time are not cursed, because I'm not a witch, so I can speak from my experience. I just speak about what other witches told about curses. So to do a curse, you have to follow a strict instruction and not do anything wrong while doing the spell and the curse. Because if something goes wrong, the curse and the spell will be like it's like a sword. It can, if you try to direct it to someone and you fail to do it correctly, the sword will turn around and go back to yourself. So dealing with curses and bad spells is something that you really have to be good at and have so much knowledge to do them and have the confidence, because if something goes wrong, the person that was trying to put the curse on someone or the spell is going to take the backlash. So who in this whole earth has the time to put on curses on random people? Or most of the time the people that we are dealing with are not even into curses, witchery and spiritual stuff, so they have no idea how to do a curse and curse you. Of course there are people that do this and we may not know, but you must have really done something really, really bad for you to get a curse, because most of the time people can't be bothered about the stupid things. I'm sorry for my wording about the stupid things that we do. Yeah, okay, we did something bad and stupid, the other person gets angry and is sending you some vibes of this, but it's not a curse. So most of the time a reader will not say that you are cursed, because most of the readers that are around, they don't know how to identify curses. There are readers that know how to identify curses because there is a certain how do you say this, following of cards that indicate a curse, but those readers are called the generational readers. Families used to read cards way back in don't know when, and they have a different system about the tarot cards that we normally know about. We normally use the Rider-Waite-Smith based meanings, but those generational readers, they have a whole different system, whole different meanings. They have even functions on their cards. I know this because I know a generational reader-ish. She knows a little bit of things, but she doesn't come from a generational reader family, but she picked some stuff up, and those it's complicated to say this, generational readers, they have such a close of practice. They will not share with you the meanings of the cards, nor what is the card sequence that states that is a curse. It's a secret that we will most probably not know. Or you are a general it's a complicated word, generational reader, and you may know this because those things generational meanings are passed down verbally. There are no books or anything at all. It's years of research of reading tarot from generation to generation, and it will be passed down, that you can't even make a book because it would be such a lot of things that would have to be there in there that you can't even make a book out of it. We will never know how this tarot system functions. So there is no way that a tarot reader will know how to identify a curse. And even if they are an aura reader or whatever, when they come with in the reading about, don't know, you asked about love and they come with curse so that you can love, they probably are much not a real reader, because most of the time when you have problems in love life, working things, it's something to have to do with you. That's why most of the spiritual people do shadow work, because there is some unresolved things in subconsciously that is affecting this part of your life, and you have to work through this so that you can have whatever you want. So curses, they are just looking for easy prey who will pay them and lift your curse even though you never were cursed before. But take this with a grain of salt. Of course, there are people that can do curses. So yeah, let's go to a really ethical reader who will never reach out to you about a reading. Because let's make an example. You are walking outside the street. You have a little, your wrist is a little bit hurting because, but no, you were playing the guitar, and sometimes when you play the guitar, you use your fingers, and those muscles here and whatever is here is being used a lot. So sometimes it happens that it can get a little inflammation, so it starts a little bit hurting here on your wrist. And you are walking and holding your wrist like this because you have a little bit of pain because you were playing the guitar, and then random dude A comes to you and says, "Hey, hello, I'm seeing that you are hurt. I'm a doctor. Here is my card. Come to my clinic and I will heal you." Really? And you are going with them. Not even an ethical, really ethical reader will not do something like this, because how absurd does it sound? Like you are walking down the street and random dude B comes to you and says, "Hey, your car is broken. I know this because I'm a mechanic," and you were walking down. Your car was parked, and how would he know that your car is broken so that you need a mechanic? It just doesn't make sense. Or it just sounds scammy already. Or like you're walking down the street having your day, and then comes random dude C and says, "Hey, you need a little bit more of potassium and magnesium. Here is a wonderful, delicious banana." You will also look at them and be like, what? Exactly the same with readers. Tarot readers will not come to you and say, "Hi, I'm a tarot reader. Book a reading with me because I know that you have problems in your life." Am I a bit exaggerating here? But what? When you are hurt or your car is broken, or you feel, I am having cramps and I really need the vitamins, you will go to the doctor, to the mechanics, or to a supermarket or the market to get your banana, to get the mechanics to repair your car. The same goes for a tarot reader. And really ethical tarot reader will never reach you for a reading, because they are waiting for you to come to them, because that's how it works. I'm getting a bit emotional. But really, they will not come to you. You have to get your own free will and come to the reader so that they can access your energy with your consent, because an ethical reader will never go, let's see my followers, let's see, tap into their energy, do they need help, and then they tap into your energy without your consent, see that, you're struggling, and go, hey, dear friend of mine, I felt that you needed some help. First of all, this reader that just tapped into your energy without your consent is not ethical, because they did it without your consent, without your free will. They just invaded your private space. So any ethical reader will never reach out to you. They wait till you see that you are in a shit place, or you need guidance and you are worrying about something, and you will go to the reader to ask them for help, but not the other way around. Because just imagine you walking down the street, random dude comes with a banana. You will also think, what's wrong with you? I don't need a banana. Okay? So, then to another point. Backup accounts. That's just stupid, because all big readers, all other readers as well, not big enough, why should they need a backup account? If they are ethical, correct, they use words wisely, don't curse or anything else, their account will not have any problems. And they will certainly not forget the password to enter their accounts. There is something like, oh, I forgot my password, can I clear this out and make a new password so that I can access my account? Most of them have maybe a little paper where the password is written down, so they will not forget their password. They can change their password if they forget their password. And if they are really ethical and correct people, they will not post and do stuff where their account can be blocked. So there is not one reason someone should have a backup account. Either they state it in front of you and say in a video or in a post, hey guys, I made this backup account, but they will not do a backup account out of nowhere and start following you. It's, again, why should they follow you? You should follow them because you want something from them. Maybe you, don't know, had an already contact with each other because you go to them for tarot readings and don't know how people do readings. Some do it via phone call, others via text messages, voice messages, and you start communicating with each other. Maybe you start being friends. Then it makes sense if they are going to follow your account, but most probably they will never follow your account. You can admire them as much as you want, but you are following them and not them you, because sometimes they don't even know you that well. So why should they follow you? And why should they have a backup account? Because it makes no sense. So this reason of scammers saying, this is my backup account, is invalid. And also something that you should pay attention, their backup accounts always are written differently from normal. So either they have as underscore, they have numbers, or double vowels, or something like this, because the main account is already written in a certain way, and you know how it is written. You should know it because you are following them. So everything that is written wrongly is certainly not their backup account, because do you really want to trust someone that has like a lot of numbers in their name? Maybe they, like for example, Happy Souls 1111. It makes sense that they have a number 1111 because it's their trademark. But I think not that you would want to follow someone that calls themselves Happy Souls 1112. It makes no sense because 1111 is already given to the main account, so why should they make something similar with a wrong number, or even the name doesn't have a number. So most probably good readers that want to build a business, they will choose a name that is not already out there. They're choosing something professional that is easy to remember, that not a lot of people use, so that they will not get confused with another person. So they have to search for a unique name that is not used by anyone, so that it doesn't get confusion, because they want to have their own business in this field. So there makes no sense about a backup account. So now to backup accounts on YouTube. I hope I'm able to put it here somewhere. But if a reader writes a comment, let's say you write a comment in a pick a card reading of your favorite reader, and the favorite reader sees your account and they write back to you. You will see that their name, when they answer you, will have a gray background. The account of the video that was made. Let's say you are going to write a comment here in this video, and I see your comment and I will comment back. You will see that my name has a gray background around, like this circle here, for if I'm not able to put the picture, I've took the screenshot of how it looks like when I answer here in this video. I probably will write a comment down below so that you can see how it looks like when the account that uploaded the video writes back to you, because there is a gray background. So if now someone writes you back that has a similar name to the account that uploaded the video, but there is maybe a vowel more in their name, let's say for example, when someone is trying to impersonate me, Athina the owl, maybe they have two O's in the owl, or they have two A's in the beginning or in the end of my name, and they write you a comment, but there is no gray background to the name. It's not me, it's a scammer that is trying to get something from you. Saying, hey, I am the reader, you watched the video, thanks for being here. And then we come to point number 6 or 7, whatever. WhatsApp. I hear there are people that are giving a WhatsApp number in the comment section so that you can get a reading from them. I'm sorry to say this, but why should I ever give my private number to you? Like, I'm not that I hate you or anything like this, but we don't have a relationship, so I don't know you and you don't know me, so why should I give you my private number of my WhatsApp for a reading? It just doesn't make sense. If you want a reading, most of the people have their own sites and they will say you can get a reading from www, here state the name, .com, or they say if you want to get a reading from me, here is the email address. Most of the time, all social media accounts, how to book a reading from them or whatever you want to buy from them is most of the time always in the description of their videos. So they will never write you a message about here is my WhatsApp number, call me up and I get you a reading. So why should people give you their private number? Or do you have the private number of the Queen of Spain or the Queen of the Netherlands? Or do you have the number of Brad Pitt? I don't think so, because why should they give you their private number? There are celebrities, and I consider tarot readers that have a lot of following on YouTube also some kind of celebrities, because they are people of the public. And so why should they give up their number for them to get bothered all the time with text messages about people wanting a reading? It's going to flood their phone, and it can even happen that their phone is getting blocked because of so many messages. So why should they give you the private number? So why should I give you the private number, in a sense, to make it a bit more personal? So why should I do this? I don't know you. Even though I'm doing readings for you and I'm trying to help you, it's not like I am here to make friends. I'm just doing this to be a help to you so that you can get out of your own problems, because you have the strength to do this. So I see no reason why we should exchange phone numbers. Moreover, in a way that everyone can see it. So it's something that I can't comprehend. It's something really I can't comprehend. Let me take a sip of water because I'm getting warm. So let me recap for myself, because I talked so much that I forgot what other things, methods they are using. So their greetings is strange and cringe, personal meaning. My guides, your ancestors, and so on, doesn't make sense. Curses, yeah. Ethical reader, we talked about this. Backup account, yes. WhatsApp, there was something else, but I don't know what it was. I talked myself into a frenzy that because sometimes I had a way to discover a scammer account, but I didn't write it down. I had it just in my mind, and now because I talked myself into a frenzy, I forgot it. So yeah, reader will never reach you out. Why should they give you their private number? Why should they have a backup account? Either they state and say, hey, I have more than one account, because this can happen. Like, for example, Vanessa Semina has her Instagram account, Vanessa Semina, and Bowl Life. Bowl Life is her business, and Vanessa Semina is her private account, reader account on Instagram. So why should she have more than 2 accounts? Because her business has their account and she has her account, so why should she make another account? Or like Jeanette the Divine's Tarot, she has 3 accounts that are confirmed hers. Jeanette the Divine Tarot, and she has one that is called Netta Divination or something like this. Don't know, don't quote me on that. It's all in her description. And she has also Golden Lineage, an account in Instagram, and this are only 3 accounts. Okay, yeah, the readers can have a private account that you may not know of, because they put in photos with friends and families, for their friends and families, like normal people do normally. So they would not share something private, because sometimes when you are taking pictures with your family, there are sometimes children involved as well in those pictures, and most of the time people don't want to have their children's faces all around the globe, just only for the people that know them. So this is also something. So now back to how to spot a fake tarot reader. We talked about ethical readers and that they never would reach out, or curses like this, and there is something else that fake tarot readers use. So now I have to make, before I explain down the lane, we have to make a difference about pick cards on YouTube or pick cards on Instagram, TikTok, because those picker cards are made for a lot of people that have a lot of different things going on. So to make a consensus so that it fits for the amount of people that are going to watch this, there is a certain need of generalizing the messages, because let's say person A is going through a breakup because their partner cheated on them. Person B is going through a breakup because their future goals are not matching anymore. Person C is going through a breakup because their partner is moving out of the country, whatever. So person A, B, and C, what do they have in common? The breakup. So the reader on YouTube that is doing this generalized pick a card reading on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, or any other social medias, they will generalize it a little bit and say, yeah, you are going through a breakup. Why? Because A, B, and C are going through a breakup, but the specific things why they are going through a breakup will not be stated, because it's so many reasons that the reader can't just pinpoint all reasons and throw in the reading. It would take too much time, and most of the time the energy is already generalized for the reader to read. So those readings for a lot of people are generalized. Now let's go to the fake tarot reader. The fake tarot reader can use something that is called a Barnum Effect. And I'm going to read out of Wikipedia what the Barnum Effect is. The Barnum Effect, also called the Forer Effect, or less commonly the Barnum-Forer Effect, is a common psychological psychological phenomenon whereby individuals give high accuracy ratings to descriptions of their personality that supposedly are tailored specifically to them, yet which are in fact vague and general enough to apply to a wide range of people. This effect can provide a partial explanation for the widespread acceptance of some paranormal beliefs and practices such as astrology, fortune telling, aura reading, and some types of personality tests. Overview. The Barnum Effect is manifested in response to statements that are called Barnum statements, meaning that general characterizations attributed to an individual are perceived to be true for them, even though the statements are such generalizations that they could apply to almost anyone. Such techniques are used by fortune tellers, astrologers, and other practitioners to convince customers that the practitioners are in fact endowed with paranormal gift. Of course, there are people that really have those gifts and can accurately state what you are going through, but we have to be conscious that there are statements that are so general that it can't state to anyone. Like, for example, the tarot reader comes to you and says, you are worrying about your career. And then most of the time will say, yes, I'm worried about this, because then they will pick up on, they have their psychology tricks, they will pick up on certain stuff and feel out what it could be so they can say this. So what those people that use Barnum Effect also do is they ask a lot of questions to you. So let's say you have, I'm not someone that uses Barnum Effect, so I'm not sure if I'm conveying this correctly. But let's say you have a problem with in your career, in your workplace, and I'm trying to feel you out. Maybe I think you have a problem in your workspace. Is this correct? And you say, yes, this is totally correct. And then I try to feel out, has it to do with some work colleagues? Maybe you had a fight with some work colleagues, or you don't get along with your work colleagues. That most of the time is true for a lot of people that are working with other people. So most of the time you can say that 9 out of 10 people have problems with their own work colleagues. Not everyone has this problem. Of course, there are some exceptions where people have such a good relationship with their work colleagues that this will not apply to them. So if let's say the Barnum Effect readers asks you, do you have a problem with your work colleagues? And you say, no, I don't have problems with my work colleagues. Then they will try to feel out a different problem that you have in work. What can it be? What other problems are mostly around in work? Financial, you want to get more pay, but a pay rise, but you don't have the pay rise. So maybe they ask, maybe you are not earning enough. Is this a problem? And they will be they are doing questions to you, and you are answering those general questions, so that you will think that they are doing this because they are reading your energy or the cards, but in fact they are just using psychological tricks to trick you into believing that they know what they are saying. Funny story about this is even in a newspaper, a boulevard newspaper. They are sometimes not really trustworthy because they are not paid by the government, but it's more of a private thing, and they like to also exaggerate a bit stuff. So a boulevard newspaper, it was last week, I think, that I was reading, and there was even a little section where they were talking about fortune tellers, and that the fortune teller, most of them, well, they wrote it so general that they are stating that all fortune tellers do this, but nope. There are really some good ones out here that are genuine. So that they made an experiment, and they called a so-called fortune teller. I wanted a reading, and the fortune teller used to ask question back saying, sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you repeat this? And they were so vague, and they didn't have a structure, and were talking about general stuff, and the theme of the reading was here, and the fortune teller was all around here, but not at the theme. They were talking about other stuff that didn't have anything to do with the main point that the newspaper wanted, and they were trying to lengthen the call so they would get more money, because some of the readers that do that uses phone calls, they are trying to keep you as long as possible on the phone call so that the price can go up, because they say like pro €2 to Swiss francs, $2 or whatever currency you will have in your country per minute. So you want to have a question answered that normally should take 10 minutes. So 2 with 10 is 20. So you should normally pay $20 for it. But they are trying to lengthen it so much that a reading that should have been done in 10 minutes is now half an hour long, so that they can get more money. You know what I mean? I hope I explained this. This is a way to see a fake tarot reader. They are so general, and they are not answering the question per se. They are vaguely managing themselves through the stuff just to get your money. Also, if maybe the tarot reader read texts, you can see if the text message is plagiarized. How do I know this? I don't know if you know it, but I am in an Amino community where the theme of the Amino community is tarot and divination. I'm one of the leaders there. So being a part of the staff, we see a lot of people, a lot of problems as well, and sellers and scammers. So there are people that do get into the community. If you want to get into the community and talk with me and chat with me and all the other like-minded people that have to do with tarot, divination, we just we also talk about off topics, not only tarot and divination. Sometimes there is a chat where we talk about food and take pictures of food that we did and exchange recipes. Or there is even an art chat where you can share your art. So we can do a lot there, not only tarot and divination. So if you want, it's an app for Apple phones, and also what is it? Google. So you just need to download the Amino app and then follow the link that is in the description so that you can get into the community. So, and to enter our community, you need to write down little text messages. And sometimes there are people that write, they have like 20 years, 8 years of experiences, and they want to help others. Good per se, there are really people that have so much knowledge, but sometimes we get a little bit cautious because we know some tricks. So then they come and say, yo, I have a lot of knowledge. Then they start posting stuff. And once even they were chatting with our agent. Our agent is the highest person in our community, the big boss, to say. And the agent started to talk with the other person because they stated they had a lot of knowledge, and so she was curious, and also she knew tricks of those fake readers. So out of curiosity, she asked, you have a lot of knowledge about the reading. I did the reading for myself and I got this card. What is your interpretation of the card? And in the beginning they were chit-chatting with each other about normal stuff, so how they were, what they were doing, about their experiences. And then when our agent asked them about the meaning of the cards, there came a little text that was written differently from the other text messages above, because the other text messages, they didn't pay attention to punctuation, to any commas, or to how the word is written, like if the letter is big or small. It was all small, no punctuation, no commas. And out of nowhere there came a message with perfect punctuations, perfect orthography, is it called orthography, I think, how you write a word. And our agent was taking screenshots and sharing it with the other staff members, with us, and we were reading them. And one of our staff members was like, hey, wait a minute. They started to write, the message about the meaning is different than the other message. She took this message, right, word for word, and searched it up. And believe it or not, they copied the meaning of the card from a tarot meaning site and used this at their own. So they copied the meaning. So plagiarism. So you are maybe text messaging this reader, and the messages at the beginning doesn't have any punctuations. They don't care about how they're writing. And out of nowhere, when it comes to you reading and explaining the cards and the meanings of the cards, there comes a text that is one, really generalized, and two, with perfect punctuations, something that didn't happen before. Maybe copy this and use up. There are sites that can look up plagiarism, and see if they copied these messages, because it happens. There are a lot of people that do anything to get a little bit of money, and yeah, I think I talked too much and a lot. I have no idea if I even covered all points that can indicate a fake account, a scammer account, and a fake reader. And this is the first time and the last time I will ever in a video say this. But if you thought that this helped you and you find that other people should see this video, please like and comment down below. You don't even have to put a comment that is big. You can even just use emojis. Please like and comment, and if you know other people that are into this tarot scene and things like this, and you think that they will benefit from this video, please share it, because I'm fed up with the scammer accounts that are trying to get money from people without doing shit, and scamming them and being all the fakers and putting like this bad reputation to us ethical readers that you are following as well. So to put an end to the careers of those scammers, do please share this video, like and comment, so that YouTube can recognize, hey, this video is getting a lot of attention. Maybe I should put it into recommendations of others, so others can see it, so that more people have the knowledge on how to spot a scammer account and a fake tarot reader, so that no one has ever to lose their money again. And my advice is to always read the chat description of your favorite tarot reader on YouTube. They have all their socials linked down below, so that you will always get the right account on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. In Instagram, the really ethical reader will never write you. They will wait for you to come to them. So pay attention to this as well. I don't know how it works in TikTok because I don't have one. But I will be making an account, a TikTok account and an Instagram account with my name, because I don't want anyone to steal my name and impersonate as myself to get readings, because I'm not doing personal readings that are paid for. I'm doing readings, yeah, from time to time in our community, but it's all free. It's not charged any money. So yeah, this is the last time I will ever say this in a video, but please like and comment down below, and share this video with others, so that we can all together put an end to those scammer accounts. And I'm sure some of the scammer accounts may be watching this video and now your tricks are unfolded. Please know that I will be watching and reading everything, everywhere, so that I will get to know all your new tricks as well, and make a part 2 of how to spot a scammer account if it is needed. So you will not get the end from me. That's my message to the scammers. So thank you for staying with me so long, because this video is almost 1 hour long now. Sorry for taking so long to talk about, but this was a serious thing that I needed to talk about, because I'm fed up with those scammers, and I really want to teach others and show others that there are out there people that are really genuine and care. So thank you for staying with me till the end. Hopefully I didn't offend you. If you are a scammer, then I probably did offend you, and if you are a scammer, I did this to you. But if you are not a scammer, I didn't want to offend you, but only the scammers. So thank you for staying with me till the end. I'm sorry again for taking so long. Then I will be seeing you hopefully in a video that is a little bit less long and less serious. Well, serious, you know what I mean. Hopefully. So